Good morning to all of you. I'm Cito Beltran, and you are watching Agenda via Signal TV, channels 8 and 250, as well as the Facebook platform of One News PH. It's July 6, 2020. It's a Monday, and I do hope that you are all feeling refreshed after the weekend. Although, of course, you're kind of wondering, why is Sito even asking? We've all been stuck home. Well, not necessarily. Some of you have been doing sneakies, have been going out of town. I know of a bunch of guys who even drove up all the way to La Union. And I hope you're feeling guilty about it. But in any case, I'm just trying to lighten the mood. It's a Monday, and we're going to have interesting conversations. If you've always wondered, what are government officials actually doing nowadays? How are they working? What kind of work schedule do they have? Well, we're going to interview someone from the Department of Trade and Industry. He will be discussing with us many concerns regarding their work. We will have USEC Ireneo Vizmonte to share with us because in case you haven't realized it or you have no access to the newspaper or you've been denying yourself from the news or fasting from the news, you would be surprised to find out that more and more COVID cases are affecting or infecting government employees and officials from the past situation where frontliners were affected. Now it seems to be government workers and officials. The DOJ had their problems 2 weeks ago. Now it's the MRT. One of our friends at the DILG has gone down with COVID-19. I saw a report yesterday of 800 cases with the PNP, registered COVID cases. So, ang tinatamaan po ngayon ay ang mga kawani ng pamahalaan o ng gobyerno. Tapos niyan, we will also speak with Dr. Anthony Leachon because in case you also didn't realize it, yesterday, I believe, was one of the highest recorded number of cases to date, 2,434 reported new cases of COVID-19. And there's been a lot of questions about this reporting kasi marami nalilito. Ano ba talaga yan? Bagong kaso ba yan? Bakit parang hindi nababawasan? Paano naman yung mga recovered? Baka naman ang recovered ay yun lang nare-report. Paano yung mga nag-self-quarantine, etc., etc. And last but not the least, we will also speak with the firebrand Efren de Luna ng Alliance of Concerned Transport Organization to find out kamusta na ang naging unang linggo ng pagbabalik ng Hari ng Kalsada, the King of the Roads. We will find out if it's been good or if it's been sad. Now, I just want to insert this before I read the news and go to the interviews. Apparently, COVID-19 may have a silver lining. Sa kakapusan ng pera ng gobyerno, ay bubuwisan na nila lahat yung mga chichirya nyo na nagiging dahilan ng inyong pagtaba, ng inyong cholesterol, ng inyong hypertension at iba pa. Yes, there is now a suggestion to junk food tax aid for COVID funds. So ayan po, no? Papayat na rin kayo kasi mamahal na. I don't know, they did it with cigarettes and people still smoke cigarettes. So I am not believing that even if they tax junk food, it will stop people from buying junk food. In any case, it will be healthy. We will get healthier. There's now proposed tax on junk food. There are many churches now, my church and the CCF, they did it last week. There are other churches who are now doing their prayer and fasting this month and last month. And of course, marami na sa atin ang nagtayo ng roof garden. So hopefully, COVID-19 will have its silver lining in terms of healthier lifestyle. Okay, now let's move on to the stories from today's edition of the Philippine Star, July 6, 2020. Malacanang has promised that it will abide by any ruling of the Supreme Court on challenges to the controversial Anti-Terrorism Act. The palace says it will leave the decision on the petition filed against the law up to the Supreme Court. President Rodrigo Duterte signed the Anti-Terrorism Act last Friday, a move which Malacanang said demonstrates the administration's serious commitment to stamp out terrorism. The said law has faced criticism as some fear it may violate human rights and stifle free expression. Okay. The government is holding dry runs in allowing 10% capacity in various places of worship under general community quarantine areas. Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara said these dry runs will be held in select churches, mosques, and temples until the 10th of July. The dry runs are set to find out how well health protocols can be implemented in such a setup. Previously, the government only permitted places of worship to allow a maximum of 10 persons to attend religious gatherings in Metro Manila, which is under GCQ. The World Health Organization, or WHO, said that it is discontinuing its trials of the malaria drug hydroxychloroquine and combination HIV drug lopinavir-ritonavir, as the drugs failed to reduce mortality among COVID patients. As such, the Department of Health in the Philippines is following suit and will also stop the use of lopinavir-ritonavir. The WHO tests were part of the Solidarity trial to find an effective COVID-19 treatment for hospitalized patients. In lighter news, a 23-year-old artist from Baguio City has won the Philippines Earth 2020 title in the first ever virtual pageant coronation. Roxanne Allison by Jens bested 32 other contestants during the grand coronation, which was video streamed on Miss Philippines Earth Facebook page. By Jens will represent the Philippines in the international edition of Miss Earth 2020. And those are the primary stories on the front page of the Philippine Star. And of course, there are other news. We will try to pick up on it. But like I said, I think of principal interest to many of you will be the tax on junk food that's being proposed. Okay, now let's go to our first guest. We have with us Ireneo Vizmonte, Undersecretary for Management Services Group at the Department of Trade and Industry. He also serves as Chief of Staff of the Office of the Department Secretary. Yusek Vizmonte, magandang umaga po sa inyo.
Magandang umaga po naman sa inyo, Mr. Beltran, at sa inyo pong mga nanonood at nakikinig.
Okay, Yusek, umpisahan po natin with formalities aside. A lot of people are curious, what is life like for people like you in the DTI? Kasi lagi na lang napapag-usapan ng DTI pag prices o kaya na hindi nyo naman sakop talaga na lagi na lang naipapasa sa inyo yung problema. But most often now it has to do with I think yung sa restaurants, yung pagbubukas ng mga businesses, kailan pa naging sakop ng DTI pati yung mga beauty parlor? Mawalang galang na Yusek, no? Ako'y nakikiurious lang kasi nung in-announce na, oy, pati yung beauty parlor magbubukas na, pwede nang magpa-manicure, pedicure. Sabi ko, bakit pati DTI nadamay dito sa usapan na to?
Ganito, when DOH issued the minimum health protocols, there is another issuance authorizing the Department of Labor and Employment and the Department of Trade and Industry to monitor these minimum health protocols from the side, of course, of the employee, or as far as is concerned, and the employer as far as DTI is concerned. So at the beginning, during the days of ECQ, of course, the only establishments that are operating and open are the Category 1 or Category 2, meaning the essential services, those manufacturing essential products. So hindi po masyadong napapansin yung ginagawang monitoring ng DTI. But when we requested the opening of dine-in restaurants under GCQ, including this barbershops and salon, kasi alam nyo itong mga to, category 4 to eh. They're not supposed to open in GCQ pa. But we requested the opening basically because to allow more people to be employed and to get back their work. And for meron naman tayong mga willing na mga negosyante that even at 30%, pumapayag po sila na magbukas at mabigyan muling trabaho yung ating mga trabahador nila. So, ito yung dahilan kung bakit ang DTI ay involved, particularly doon sa monitoring of the implementation of the minimum health protocols. As you know, during this period, there should be a balance between health and opening of businesses. And for us to continue allowing this businesses to open, we need to monitor regularly. And it's being done on a daily basis.
Okay, now, so at least interesting revelation yan. And of course, you're saying that we opened up a category 4 because it employs a lot. Katulad na rin ng mga restaurants, etc. Now, matanong ko lang kasi medyo napaisip ako eh. In the past, alam mo, ang daling makahanap ng tiga DTI. You are probably one of the most cooperative, most informative, and like you, Yusek Boy, ikaw nagpo-programa ka rin sa TV sa One News PH, kasama mo si Cheryl Cosim every Wednesday. The DTI has never been difficult as far as guesting and sharing information. But recently, and I have to tell you the truth, ikaw yata yung pang-apat na attempt namin, kakahanap ng makakausap sa DTI. At sabi ko, ano ba nangyayari sa DTI? May kasalanan ba ako sa DTI o ano ba nangyayari? And then I was told, Cito, sobrang busy. Sabi ko, paano? Why? Ano yung pinagkakaabalahan ng mga tiga DTI? Kasi like you're chief of staff, I would assume you're following Secretary Mon Lopez the whole time. But ano ba yung mga ginagawa ninyo? What has life been like under COVID for officials such as yourself?
Yeah. We have our regular mandate, of course. Our undersecretaries, for example, our consumer protection, tuloy-tuloy lang po yan. Our MSME, tuloy-tuloy lang po yan. Yung pong ating investment promotion, kahit po sa panahon ngayon, kailangan po nating makipag-compete, maipakita yung kakayahan natin na makapag-host ng mga investors even after this COVID. So, the same load, ang nadagdag is this COVID, yung COVID-related. Marami po yan kasi under this COVID period, there are so many technical working groups surrounding the the interagency task force and the national task force, which is headed by chief implementer. And this is being done side by side with a regular mandate. So, for example, ako po, normally you just have maybe a meeting in the morning and maybe a meeting in the afternoon. But during this COVID, parang kailangan po even 24 hours kailangan nakabantay. Pwede po magkaroon ng meeting after 5 o'clock. Medyo yun pong before 8 o'clock naman, medyo ng 8 o'clock in the morning, mukhang hindi naman yata nagkakaroon ng meeting na ganyan. But from 8 o'clock down to maybe up to 10 o'clock, meron pa pong mga meeting na nangyayari. We are regularly invited to talk in webinars pertaining to health protocols, at yung mga services being offered by government during this period and even after COVID. So marami po yan at particularly yung tulong ng DTI sa MSME. So the good thing is not actually difficult but different. Before, to jump or to move from one meeting to another, you need to be transported or to be,
Magdudusa ka sa traffic.
and then you have to be challenged with the traffic. The good thing is, while in travel, you can do some texting, etc. But that's the difference now. Nowadays, you have to move from one meeting to another by just clicking your computer, and because of that, you can afford to have more meetings in a day.
Okay, let me cut in there. How effective is it, Yusek Boy? Kasi ako, honestly, natuwa ako. I'm glad this thing happened because I actually now have more guests and more topics to tackle in 1 hour and a half. In fact, look, humaba nga yung oras ko, nadagdagan ng half an hour. And it's also convenient for our guests. But you're doing official functions. You're doing official transactions, policy declaration. How effective has online operations been for you and for DTI?
So far, maganda naman, Cito, because as you mentioned, more participants in a meeting. Normally, quorum is not anymore a challenge. Kasi always parang parang 100% present yung mga yung mga attendees. So yung participation maganda. And hindi rin nababawasan yung engagement nila during meeting, kasi hindi lang yung presence nila but even during the discussion, I think they're more engaged and more inputs from the participants.
Sorry. What about nationwide? Kasi para ko naman kayong mga kapamilya, so we've worked and cooperated in the past, and sorry, excuse me, ang napansin ko lang in the past is that yung mga tiga-bundok ba, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way, yung mga nasa bulubunduking lugar, yung nasa Car, Cordillera, Baguio na talagang pahirapan makipag-meeting sa kanila. But now, they also don't have the technology because wala ring mga cell sites dun sa area nila, pahirapan din ang signal. Na nagkakaroon pa ng better participation yung mga outside Metro Manila kasi wala na, hindi na nila kailangan lumipad at mag-hotel dito. Mas maganda ba?
Exactly. Siguro yung goods, the upside is less expenses on the part of government. We can use the money for other more important activities. So definitely reducing the travel cost, ang laking bagay niyan for government. Maybe there's increased cost in terms of communication, internet connection, etc. But I think in the end, in totality, it's still good to have this kind of setting.
Okay.
The difficulty, of course, is some areas do not have that kind of good connection. But we were able to communicate well anyway.
Okay, now ang sunod na tanong ko kanina do sa intro ko, Yusek Boy, I'm sincerely worried because marami akong kaibigan sa gobyerno, mga ka-church namin nasa gobyerno rin. And na-notice ko ang tinatamaan ngayon, the next batch of infected people are no longer frontliners. They're now government employees and workers. What is the situation at the DTI?
Aha. I think mahalaga po yung the consciousness. Mindful tayo doon sa danger ng COVID, nitong virus na ito. And that's the reason maybe our frontliners are already, somehow the effect is not that much. But for the new ones, because again, because of maybe of the level of consciousness. So yun po siguro yung mahalaga. So far in DTI, wala pa naman po akong nababalitaan na talagang COVID case, confirmed COVID case. Meron tayo nakikita probable case kasi alam niyo naman ngayon yung exposure napakalaki po niya, when you, for example, exposure means you're 1 meter away for 15 minutes to a probable or confirmed case. So ganun po kalawak yung definition ng exposure. So wala pa naman tayong cases na ganyan, but mahalaga for public officials, especially we're going out, we're familiar with the high risk activities, so that handa po tayo. Para pong giyera yan if you're not ready to bring your ammunition and your shield, medyo delikado po tayo. So we should always bring these masks and these alcohols.
Okay. Now let's go to the business at hand. Nabanggit mo kanina na pinapayagan na yung mga beauty parlor, barbershop, etc. level 4. Ako, kung magbibiro ako, Yusek Boy, sasabihin ko, no choice naman tayo dyan. Kasi ang daming mga nanay at mga misis hindi makapagtina ng buhok. Marami sa atin, mukha na tayong mga NPA dahil ang hahaba ng buhok, etc. So it was a welcome change. But merong mga naghahanap ng kanilang favorite masur, yung mga masahiste na nila, yung mga therapists. And I mean, like in my case, I'm waiting to find out when will the gyms open. Kasi I don't go to the usual health gym. I go to a therapy gym, yung functional therapy gym para sa aking likod. May mga nagtatanong dyan, what is the plan for those facilities?
Okay. As far as in general, the gyms will be open, or they are now open under MGCQ. So
MGCQ.
Yun pong ating yan. Pero dito po sa Manila, tayo po ay GCQ pa ngayon, hindi pa po sila pinapayagan. Pero dun po sa gym na ang purpose po ay rehabilitation, alam ko po bukas na po ito. Basta any facility that is intended to address itong medical or cases, allowed na po sila. Especially yung po mga lugar na nasa clinic o nasa hospitals.
Okay, so maybe suggestion ko na lang po, Yusek Boy, kasi that is the second thing we're noticing. First, napansin ko maraming government employee and officials ang ngayon ang tinatamaan ng COVID-19. Pangalawa, even si Mayor Joy Belmonte nagsabi at one time last week, parang there is a confusion on what is allowed and what is not allowed. So clearly nagkukulang ang tayo sa bahagi ng public information. And maybe you could take it up with IATF kasi hindi naman tayo nakakasali doon. Maraming nagsasabing kailangan talaga ng public information, what is allowed and what is not allowed. Biruin mo niyan, hindi ko alam pwede na pala yung mga therapy gym. Kami naghihintay kami pala sa wala. In any case, the main topic why I asked to invite you or a representative from the DTI is because of isa pang daing or pinoproblema ng mga MSMEs. At saka yung mas maliit pa nga, no? Una, yung mga trackers, Pangalawa, yung mga manufacturers ng mga maliliit na bagay na binibenta sa mga mall o sa mga suppliers ng mga korporasyon na after they've delivered, nateteka-teka rin sila. Meaning, in the pre-COVID days when everything was normal, when businesses was functioning as normal, meron tayong sistema na 60 days before payment, 90 days before payment, 120 days. May mga walang ya pa nga na 180 days before payment. Yusek Boy, may magagawa raw po ba ang DTI? Because under the new normal, many of these truckers companies are only operating at 30 to 40% capacity. And it's merely para lang may kitahin yung mga empleyado nila, hindi sila mag-lay off.
Mhm.
Ang problema, tineteka-teka yung bayad, mamaya medyo bibirahin ko sa editorial ko yan. Pero ano po ba magagawa? What can the DTI do about this? Because while it is an accepted practice, it is, sorry to say, it is unbiblical, it's ungodly, and it's unkind, especially under COVID-19.
Yeah. Number one, siguro po, titingnan po natin kung paano natin yan ma-address. Ano? Kasi even before COVID, alam naman po natin na merong mga ganyang reklamo na delayed payment. So we know also that there is a contractual arrangement between the supplier and the receiving party in regard to these activities. So kung siguro po kung hindi na po tumutupad sa sa kontrata yung ating mga kausap, meron naman po sigurong paraan doon. But siguro mas maganda nga mas mabigyan pa ng mas maiging protection ang ating mga MSMEs, lalo na po yung MSMEs natin. Kung maiksi lang naman po yung mga PC nila,
Yes.
kailangan matulungan po sila para naman na yung koleksyon ay dumating sa tamang panahon. And I took note of that kanina nag-uusap tayo. And siguro po ay sama na rin natin sa pag-uusapan, hindi lang po sa parte ng DTI, but maybe legislation can help in addressing this concern, which is actually not only during this period of COVID, but even before COVID, nangyayari po ito. At ito po ay valid concern na naidaing na po sa atin ng mga MSMEs.
Because it's anti-business, Yusek Boy. And also, alam mo, ngayon, talking to you, kanya ako nasasarapan nakikipag-usap sa mga bisita. Kasi napapaisip tayo. And I realized that, all of these delayed payments to suppliers, while an advantage to the buyer, na-realize ko, delayed payment to government also. Kasi until nabayaran yung supplier, there is no consummated sale. So therefore, yung metro na pag kailan ka magbabayad sa gobyerno, nadidelay din. Lugi rin ang gobyerno.
Correct. Tama po yun. So dapat siguro po talagang tingnan mabuti ito. Hindi lamang po sa ating mga executive side but sa legislative side. Kung paano magkakatulungan. Kasi tama po yung analysis na yan dahil lalo na ngayon, Mr. Beltran, hindi naman ganun kaganda collection natin sa taxes kasi
Correct.
activities. So government, of course, is on the parang short-handed tayo ngayon at kailangan talaga natin ng magkaroon ng mga negosyo, hindi lamang para magkaroon ng trabaho, kundi magkaroon din ng income ang government in terms of taxes.
Ayun nga, kanya nga pati na yung junk food, yung mga chichirya ng mga bata dyan, madadali na. Alam mo, magre-react bata pero ang magbabayad magulang pa rin eh. Okay.
Maganda yan, maganda yan kasi parang health din yan eh. Kasi you want to protect the system sa increase ng cost ng health expenses. Kasi alam naman natin na pag sinabing junk food, may not necessarily good for our health in the long run.
Well, that's a very good point that you're making kasi I'm only thinking short term yung presyo buta sa bulsa, but in the long run we will actually be saving because of hospitalization, medicine, etc. Na ewan ko kung ikaw, ako naka-maintenance kasi pinagbabayaran ko yung kasalanan ko noong nakaraan.
Ganun din
Anyway,
po tayo, yeah.
Okay. I'd like to thank you, Yusek Boy, and it's been a good start for the week. Good morning, and I earnestly, sincerely pray that you and the IATF officials, and maybe kausapin mo na rin si Secretary Sani Dominguez, because siguro pag na-realize niya, oo nga, no, pati ako, yung aking tax na delay dahil nang iipit ng bayad itong mga suppliers nito sa itong mga purchaser sa supplier. Thank you
Tama.
very much, Yusek Boy.
Maraming po salamat, Mr. Beltran, sa pagkakataon na makapagpaliwanag.
Okay. Thank you
Morning.
very much. Stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy. God bless you.
Maraming salamat po.
Okay, that's Undersecretary Boy Vizmonte of the Department of Trade and Industry. And bago po tayo lumipat sa susunod nating interview, I just want to point out to all of you who are running businesses and who may be practicing this delayed payments by 90 days to 120 days. I know that seems normal for you. I know that is a business practice that has been in existence for a long time. But under COVID-19, and maybe when things go back to normal, it's not the right thing to do. It is advantageous to you, but disadvantageous to another or at the expense of another. Let me just point out something that I researched on from the Bible, Proverbs 3:27 to 28. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to do it. Do not say to your neighbor, go and come again tomorrow, I will give it. When you have it with you, in the book of Romans 13:7, St. Paul tells us, pay to all what is owed to them, taxes to whom taxes are owed, revenue to whom revenue is owed, respect to whom respect is owed, honor to whom honor is owed. I'm just pointing that out not because I want to be a preacher on the air, but kung nagtataka kayo kung bakit yung negosyo ko mahina, bakit yung business ko parang binubuno ko, baka naman kasi meron ka ring iniipit na kapwa mo. Okay, now let me just check. Okay, we'll go for a quick break, and when we return, we'll be speaking with Dr. Anthony Tony Leachon, and we'll find out exactly what his views are regarding the latest stats kasi medyo kakaiba po. 2,000 plus in one day. Is this good or is this bad? We'll be right back here on Agenda. Okay, you're back here on Agenda. I'm Cito Beltran, and you are watching us via Signal TV, channels 8 and 250, as well as the Facebook platform of One News PH. And we humbly request you, please share the Facebook page and let your people know about it, let your friends know about it, because it would help to disseminate the information. And of course, we'd like to extend our reach. And only you have that power and that choice. Thank you. Okay, now let's go to our friend, Dr. Tony Leachon, a respected cardiologist, a health activist, and he has always been on the front lines, good or bad, popular or unpopular, but he will always say what he sees has to be, what he thinks has to be said. Doc Tony, good morning sa'yo.
Magandang umaga, Sito, at saka mga sa nanonood at nakikinig sa'yo. Magandang umaga.
Oh,
Good morning.
looking good. Kamusta ka na? You seem to be well rested.
Yes, naka-move on, and then also with prayers and of course the support of our loved ones, sa family.
Mhm.
I think I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.
Okay, well, that's good news for us. But if I look at the newspaper, based on the statistics, it does not seem to be the case as far as COVID is concerned, because confirmed new cases 2,434, and bringing our total to 44,254. Eh, ngayon, kung ididikit ko yan, yung ididikit ko yan doon sa sinabi ni Professor Guido David, yung kanilang, sabi niya, modeling namin is saying that by the end of July, we will probably have 60,000 cases. Now, compared to other countries, America na lang, no, medyo we are doing fine. Pero locally, what is your analysis on this?
Well, ang nagsimula yan, Sito, when I think the Malacanang people declared we're winning against UP.
Okay.
Forgetting that this is not about a contest ng reference model. The reference models are being used with a semblance of reality based on science and math, of course, techniques. So that ang titingnan dito, when I used to work in the corporate world, yung forecast mo, kung way off ka ng target mo, then you will put resources and then manpower. Like when I watch yung si Governor Andrew Cuomo, he would
Mm.
use the Bill Gates forecast model, he will use the Columbian, he will use the city. Marami siyang models eh. And then yung
Mm.
recommendations, yung dapat ite-take up mo. Now, when risk strategic communication is not very careful, this will actually affect two things. The decision of the IATF to make things na lax. So instead na yung restrictions mo ay maging mahigpit dahil sinabi mo we're winning, it will affect the behavior. Number
Mm.
two, may hindi nagsalita, don't declare victory too soon kasi may backlog ka pa eh. Kaya nung July 3, 1,531. Nung July 4, 1,494. And
Mm.
yesterday, 2,434. So, ang ibig sabihin niyan, may increased rising cases talaga. And then, when I called up my friends, mga medical directors of other hospitals just to check, kasi itong trabaho ko dati,
Mm.
na the numbers of the Department of Health will not tell you exactly. But ang very uh, credible would be at the hospital. Kasi mangyari yan, the hospital will call pa the city health and then
Yeah.
the regional and then pupunta pa sa DOH. Delay na yon. Tanungin
Mm.
mo na lang whether yung mga medical directors full capacity. And true enough, based on discussions with them, almost full capacity na. And the first one to declare na full capacity a Chinese General Hospital last night, na hindi na sila nagtatanggap and nire-request nila yung mga consultants nila na pagpasensyahan sila kasi baka ma-overwhelm yung doctors at saka nurses. So, we're back right now to where we were nung March 2nd to 3rd to 4th week na nangyayari. Ang danger kasi nito, Sito, we're fighting many wars right now kasi hindi pa
Yeah.
tayo tapos sa ACQ ng Cebu, meron tayo ngayong NCR, tapos a big chunk na nakita ko, medyo mabigat, Sito, is that yung others, sa fresh cases sa NCR 440,
Hmm.
sa Cebu 364 cases. But the others, dun ako nabahala, 336. Yan ay galing dun sa Region 7, Region 8, which is Samar Leyte
Hmm.
area, and then the Caraga area.
Mhm.
Now, this will actually drain the resources of the government in terms of support. And then, since tayo ay naka-GCQ ngayon, since ang evaluation pa natin ay July 15, and you have rising cases and full capacity, I'm not sure whether the IATF will decide pa on July 15. Baka dapat yung mga LGU leaders can assess the situation right now so that they can do zonal or localized lockdown in certain areas. Kasi we cannot wait for July 15 so that we
Mhm.
can actually tell the public na mag-ingat tayo right now. So yan ang
Well,
implications, Sito, niyan. The rising cases, dalawa yan as a cardiologist.
oh,
Pagka ang bypass na ang pasyente sa akin, late na yan kasi mahal yan eh. Mahal
oh.
kasi ang downstream eh. So pag nag-i-increase ka ng cases, lalo na inalaw natin ang publiko lumabas, particularly the young ones, ito ngayon ang magdadala ng sakit sa nanay at tatay nila na
Mhm.
nasa bahay lang. Kasi we allow those persons with strong immunity. Kaya
Hmm.
lang 45 to 50% of cases ay asymptomatic.
Mhm.
Since walang nararamdaman, uuwi ng bahay ito, tapos ang apektuhan ng magulang nila. Kaya napupuno ngayon yung hospital. Na ang dami kong pasyente lately, Zito, tatawag. Di naman ako lumabas, bakit may ubo ko? Sige, punta ka sa emergency room. Pagpunta doon, positive siya. So ang nakikita ko, sinong pumapasok ngayon sa inyo ay yung mga anak ko po. So yan ang ginagawa ngayon sa Israel.
Mhm.
Kaya nagkaroon ng ruling na mga bata hindi pinalalabas lalo na kasi sila yung nagdadala ngayon sa mga vulnerable patients.
Yeah, yeah, but what are ewan ko, parang hindi ko na alam kung ano itatanong ko siya, Doc Tony, kasi parang whatever we do, talo eh. We
Yeah.
need to open the economy. We need to protect the compromised cases, pero tumataas pa rin. Yung
Okay.
ito bang okay, you cited the data. No one can question that. There is a rise in cases in Metro Manila, in Cebu, in Region 8, and in Caraga. So, okay, may problema tayo. Now, does this say we got too lax? Is this because nag-shift tayo from ECQ to GCQ, or is it reflective of the medical health action na is ineffective?
Okay. Naka-anchor kasi yan kasi we did not invest on healthcare system before. Kung
Mm.
mapapansin mo, those who are resilient and naka-adapt diyan like New Zealand, Australia, South Korea, and then Vietnam, kahit maliit na country, they allocated so much budget for health. In fact, there
Mhm.
are 660 testing centers there, and we are richer by 10 times the GDP ng Vietnam. Ngayon, ang nakikita ko lang, forgive me for these comments 'no. I read my book last night on why people fail in health, and
Okay.
this is a book by Atul Gawande, yung checklist. The first reason why we fail is lack of knowledge. So we do public education campaign. The second reason is ineptitude. So ignorance ang una, then ineptitude. Knowledge exists but we fail to apply it correctly, pasaway.
Mm.
And then number three, walang clear blueprint for change. So ang point ngayon, so I read nga right now, ano ba ang blueprint pala yan? So I read 3 articles kagabi, ganyang kakapal, by Thomas
Mm.
Pueyo. This is the hammer and dance strategy. So during the time na acute ka, you hammer it down. I-hammer mo,
Bubukbukin mo. Oh,
pupukpukin mo,
mamartilyuhin mo. Oh.
mamartilyuhin mo. Pero
Mm.
that will give you time to prepare din ang testing center, isolation quarantine areas, at saka yung mga PPEs mo, yung ICU beds. So, dapat ngayon ang mga LGU sa tagal ng lockdown natin, dapat yung mga bagay na healthcare capacity na okay na. Those in areas na 0 cases or few cases, this is the time to ramp up right on yung healthcare capacity so that you
Mm.
can dance with the economy. So, ang ibig sabihin, hindi naman tayo forever na magka-quarantine eh. Kasi malulugi na tayo and 2 years pa yung paghihintay. So
Mm.
therefore, we should use the hammer and dance concept. So sa NCR right now, siguro kailangan kung magti-tweak sila from GCQ to MECQ because dito sa cases na 'to, but I think the healthcare capacity i-check natin. But at this point in time, ang testing nga natin, hindi pa tayo nakakalahati, 16,000 lang pa tayo per day, ang target natin 30,000. Madami pa rin tayong areas in NCR na hindi pa rin nafu-fulfill yung healthcare capacity.
Yeah, Doc Tony, why? Kasi alam mo, puro press release ang nadidinig ko, nababasa ko. Pero ang tanong, and no one seems to be answering that question. If we need to have 40,000 testings per day, why are we not able to do it?
Well, di-discuss ko yun on the side 'no, kasi si Secretary Anyo kasi would receive pa rin my comments, eh, and then
Oo.
uh,
No,
kasi
just an explanation because
okay.
I'm not doing this program to be critical or to be
No, no,
know-it-all, no? Kasi
no,
marami nagtatanong talaga eh. Kuyang, bakit ba hindi tayo maka-mass testing? In fact, I went on my Facebook. Ewan ko kung nakikita mo yung
no,
Facebook page ko. Sabi ko, can you give me your bucket list? Ano yung bucket na tanong mo ever since na COVID-19 ka? And interestingly, many people, young adults below 20, sent me a separate batch and they were all asking the same question. Bakit hanggang ngayon walang mass testing? Obviously, they all want to be tested to find out. Now, you've been with government and with private sector. Bakit hindi tayo maka-mass testing?
alam mo na-surprise kami diyan when I was with NTF, Secretary Vince Dizon and Secretary Galvez presented to Governor Gwendolyn Garcia and Mayor Labella in Cebu. Ang answer to my great surprise is that, paano kung nag-positive? Sino magpapakain dun sa mga nasa isolation and quarantine areas? So I was shocked din na ang bottom line nito hindi nare-realize na, so I have to explain that, that for 10 million na ite-testing nyo, ang gastos lang 8 billion pesos. Pero 'pag nag-lockdown ka pala, according to the DOF data, 18 billion a day during the ACQ ang lugi ka. So you
Mm.
might as well do the 8 billion for 10 million Filipinos kasi in the long run siya okay. So yun ang unang reason. Then I told Secretary Anyo in my text sa kanya, do you know that variable hindi libre kasi ang ating testing.
Yes.
Hindi libre ang testing. In other countries libre yan, Korea, Vietnam, Taiwan. Tayo, variable pa ang cost sa Cito, may 17,000, may 10,000, may 8,000, ang Red Cross ay 4,000. So, ngayon, ang natatamaan ngayon ay urban poor. Saan naman kukuha ang mga taong yan except sa LGU? So, ang
Mm.
ibig sabihin, one of the deterrents or barriers kung hindi nagagawa, mahal. Kasi tsaka hindi siya libre. Pagpalagay na sinabi mong PhilHealth siya, kailan mo mare-reimburse? So, mag-out of pocket ka pa rin.
Mm.
Number 3, yung mga magte-testing na high risk na kinonsider dati ay hindi nakakalabas kasi walang transport, 'di ba? Ang sabi vulnerable patients,
Mm.
okay. Mga vulnerable patients hindi pinapalabas, walang public transport. So papaano mo sila madadala? Ngayon lang sila nag-expand do sa binanggit mo kay DTI USEC na yung mga public health frontliners, yung mga nasa MRT, yung mga cashier,
Mm.
testing na asymptomatic. That's a good move. Pero ang magiging question pa rin yan, saan kukuha ng pambayad? Ang pang-apat na reason, sinabi ko, kaya natatamad, ang resulta hindi ka agad-agad makukuha. Wala siyang point of care. Tapos wala tayong mekanismo na ite-text ka or i-email ka kaagad ng resulta. Kasi siyempre nababahala ka. So
Mm.
so itong mga barriers to resistance or resistance, kailangan sagutin 'to. Kita mo tataas ang iyong testing capacity at makakatulong tayo to isolate the sick and the healthy. As long as we do not know the bucket, no? You
Uh-huh.
have to ask the reasons why. Tama ka. Ganyan din
Mm,
ho ako sa pagtatanong. Bakit ho kayo nandito sa ospital? Ano ho
mm,
nararamdaman nyo? At may
mhm,
gamot naman kayo. I ask the question why always.
mhm. Okay, kasi well, thank you, no. Thank you that you gave the breakdown why we don't have mass testing. But now it tells me now kung baga kung ako yung gobyerno, if I were to analyze what the government has done, they tried to do too many things at the same time. Kasi sinasabi mo na kailangan mag-spend tayo ng 8 billion para matest yung mga tao. Pero meron na tayong SAP, meron na tayong tulong sa mga business. And I appreciate everything that the government has tried to do for all the other sectors. Pero parang sumabog tayo, kumalat tayo, and hindi natin muna tirahin muna natin tong COVID. Mag-testing muna tayo, i-isolate. Kasi was community quarantine done wrongly? You're a doctor and you're with private sector. Noon pa sinasabi na yan eh. Dapat yung may sakit ang i-quarantine, hindi yung mga magaling ang kino-quarantine. Now, in fairness to government, now we know may asymptomatic. Did we do it wrong or was it we didn't have a choice?
Ang sa akin, we did not research well. Ang una niyan, ang reference models ko na inaral yung hindi nag-lockdown. South Korea, New Zealand, Australia, tsaka a little bit yung Taiwan, and then of course Vietnam, konti lang 21 days. You only use the lockdown, katulad ng Ebola outbreak, kung rampant na ang acute acceleration. Pero ang susunod mo dapat yan, na ginawa ng Korea without the benefit of the lockdown, nung nakita nila ang China grabe na, they started early by getting the genome and then nag-testing kaagad sila, yung mga drive-thru, tapos ginamit nila ang digital technology nila, nag-contact tracing sila, na ginamit din ni Mayor Magalong ang style without really putting a lockdown. So tama po kayo. Kung noon pa lang index cases natin ho nung January, February, nung tinatanong ho sa Senate, ang Department of Health, nag-contact tracing ho ba kayo? Tatatlo pa lang noon. Hindi tayo nag-contact tracing. In fact, sabi nga ni Senator Bato, dapat patawag na yung police na ginagawa ngayon. Kasi ngayon, as we speak, July 8, pupunta na si Mayor Magalang with the 5-man team to Cebu kasi pinag-usapan ng Region 7 kung paano tinayo yung contact tracing and testing sa Baguio, yung best practice. So ang ibig ko sabihin, sana pinag-aralan natin itong mabuti. Hindi mali ang lockdown pag acute acceleration kung hindi ka naka-prepare. Pero kung naka-prepare ka dapat, yung mga countries sa Asia right now, lahat po ngayon nag-flatten na ang curve based on the John Hopkins. Dalawa na lang ang country na hindi nakapag-flatten ng curve. Yan ay Indonesia na lang at saka Philippines. Sa lahat nakapag-flatten na po ng curve ng 3 buwan. So dapat kung January, first 100 days, flatten na ho tayo dapat. Now, kung sa next 100 days, gawin natin ho ulit ito with feelings and passion and commitment. Sana makapag-lockdown na tayo. Kasi ang timing ho ng mga flatten ng curve, 3 buwan sa Asia. Yan ho ang timing. Ang Indonesia kasi at Philippines, kaya tayo nahuli, ang analysis ko, archipelago tayo. Ang
Yes.
archipelago, hindi katulad ng ibang landlocked areas, madaling i-contain. Kaya mapansin nyo, nung nagbalikan yung mga LSI at saka OFW to areas, at gumalaw ang tao, nagkaroon ho kayo sa Cebu, nagkaroon kayo sa Leyte, Samar. Because pag nag-is kayo ng restriction talaga, mobility will cause right now the viral transmission. Now, if the health system capacity are not in place in those areas na mababa pa, hindi kayo ready tumanggap, magkakaproblema ka. Pero kung ang inyong locality, kahit konti pa lang, kaya kayong tumanggap ng locally stranded individuals kasi ready kayo to contact tracing them and isolate them. Kaya takot ang mga taga-probinsya because they are not ready. So, dun sa mga iba pang hindi at tingin ko dadating pa rin sa peripheral areas, you better prepare right now. Kasi you cannot do that. Kasi sabi ni John F. Kennedy, you don't fix the ceiling or the roof when there's already rain. You fix it during the sunny season. Yun ang dapat ginagawa natin. So habang
Now,
hindi pa nakakadating, dapat gawin yun.
ang tanong ko, Doc Tony, no? Okay, so what do we do now? Kasi yung mga bata nga nagtatanong, wala ba bang mass testing? Bakit walang mass testing? Ngayon, Secretary Sunny Dominguez, Department of Finance, he and Mon Lopez, Secretary Mon Lopez wants to go to MGCQ by July 15 kasi naghihingalo na yung ekonomiya. Now, marami sa amin. I'll be honest with you, Doc Tony. I just realized that, I have been quarantined at home, pero may mga taong nakakapasok dito, delivery, etc. Hindi rin ako nakakasiguro kung itong mga taon to may tama o walang tama. Now, is it too late? Kasi alam ko Singapore did it eh. Singapore did a restart. Kumbaga, nung first phase nila, akala nila okay, na-control nila, and then biglang nagkaroon ng outbreak doon sa kanilang mga foreign workers sa dormitories na tumaas yung kanilang ano. Dito ba sa Pilipinas, given the fact you correctly pointed out, we are archipelago, sabog-sabog yung ating mga isla, dami-dami. And then medyo nagkaroon ng ineptitude. Let's call it for what it is. Iba yung ignorance, iba yung ineptitude. Kaya pa ba? Kaya pa ba nating i-reset? And how should we go about it?
Ito natutunan ko sa boss ko dati sa Pfizer. There's no wrong time to do the right thing. Yan lagi sinasabi sa akin ni Mr. Bacaro. Nung nag-open ang borders ng Singapore sa kanilang migrant workers, tumaas. Pero ang galing. Alam mo, ngayon, nag-flatten na yung curve nila at mauunahan na natin in 2 or 3 days ang Singapore. And number 1 ngayon kasi Indonesia eh. Number 2, Singapore. Pero in 2 days will be number 2. Kasi mas marami tayong active cases. Ang active cases natin ngayon, 31,000. Ang Indonesia, 31,000. Ang Singapore, 4,600. Pero ang nakakalunod nito, ang total recoveries natin, 11,000 lang. Ang Indonesia, 29,000. At 40,000 ang Philippines, ang recovery natin. Ang total recover pala ng Singapore, 40,000. Tayo, 11,000 lang. Tayo ang pinakamababa sa recovery rate sa buong Asia. At mind you, ang Singapore, lahat ng countries sa Asia right now, wala ng deaths, walang namamatay. Dalawa lang ang nagre-record. Indonesia na lang at saka Pilipinas. So ibig sabihin, nagawa yan ng Singapore kahit sobra-sobra sila, na-correct nila yan. Kasi yung data nila, marunong silang mag-analyze kung yung record, ang mataas ang cases mo, so paano pipigilan yan? Napakadali niyan. Kung wala, alam mo ba sa Singapore, libre lahat ang face mask. Nalaman ko yan sa isa kong counterpart na dating sales director ng corporate world. Sabi niya, meron ka bang stock diyan sa Pilipinas? At meron ako rito kasi bibilin dito ng Singapore 3 times eh. Ganyan kailangan. At talaga, at ipamumudmod at ang alcohol libre. You have to, ngayon, paano ko natutunan yan? Nakinig ako sa speech ni Congressman Stella Kimbo. Ang galing, yung economista.
Yeah.
Sabi niya, ang kailangan natin ngayon, ma-diagnose. Kasi kung doon sa 300 billion natin, 200 billion sa SAP, nakalimutan natin i-diagnose yung sakit. Wrong diagnosis, wrong treatment. Kaya siya sa kanya ko nakuha yung figures na yun eh. 8 billion for testing for 10 million Filipinos versus 18 billion kan lockdown. Ano nang pipiliin mo? Ngayon, sabi niya, wag niyo intindihin ang pera kasi kami ang mag-a-approve diyan sa Congress eh. So sa bayanihan,
sabi nga ni Ramon aanhin mo pera kung patay ka na.
exactly,
I would
that's the
rather
term.
choose money. Yeah.
So ngayon, to reopen the economy ngayon, ang game changer according to all the books na nabasa ko is actually testing, contact tracing. Yung preventive side ang kailangan natin dito. So kailangan lahat ng LGU sana merong weekly meeting with Secretary Anyo, DILG yan. Tapos i-checklist nyo na parang traffic light o dun sa facilities okay ka o hindi. Ilalagay sa dyaryo yan kung hindi. Then you demand accountability sa LGU. Kasi mahirap pag nakita nila kami lang pala hindi nagpe-perform. So dapat yan lahat green dun sa mga testing, test kits, isolation quarantine, testing ng population mo. Kung ikaw ay green,
basically do an inventory of health facilities and capabilities. Number one. Number two, do mass testing. Number three, yung sinasabi mo, ipamigay yung mga face mask, alcohol, at saka yung testing dapat libre.
Sito, ang latest na pag-aaral according to GAP Legaspi sa PGH at saka sa ang source natin ngayon urban poor. Kung pagkain nga Sito, hindi makabili ang tao, yun pa kaya mask at saka alcohol. Uunahin nila siyempre pagkain.
You know, Doc Tony, hindi naman sa nagmamagaling ako, no? I'm not trying to brag, no? Pero I said that the very first month. I kept asking that. Ano ba ang nangyayari sa urban poor natin? Kasi I am almost sure because they're living in close quarters, pagkain, etc. I'm sure yan ang magiging hotbed ng COVID-19. So now, that's what's happening.
Right. Yan ang nangyayari ngayon dito. Kailangan i-address ng LGU natin kasi densely populated ng Maynila eh. Maynila at saka na-identify ni Professor Guido Mandaluyong, Taguig, Pateros at saka NCR. So sa mga areas na densely populated, naku maglaan tayo ng budget to protect kasi papasok yung mga kababayan nating mahirap kasi arawan lang sila eh. Pag di nyo pinapasok yan, babayaran nyo po yung kikitain sa SAP. Papasukin nyo pero protect them. But how can they protect themselves kung ang pagkain wala sila? So dapat yun ang strategy natin ngayon.
Okay, well, I'll have to leave it at that, Doc Tony, but I have to tell you, sa lahat na naging interview natin, today I think has been the most informative. And sadly, it confirms what I've always said, na kailangan tinutukan yung mga urban poor, kailangan nagkaroon tayo ng city by city isolation kasi para hindi nagkakaroon tayo ng cross-border transmission ng COVID. Okay, thank you very much, Doc Tony, and tatawagan pa rin kita regularly and please keep up the studies and looking forward to speaking with you soon.
Thank you very much, Cito. Thank you.
Okay, stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy. That's Doc Tony Leachon. And just for transparency, we go way back. Nagkatampuhan na kami niyan, nagkaaway na kami niyan, nagbati kami niyan, at nagtrabaho kami niyan together. And that's interesting because what he just said and shared today basically confirms our greatest fear. At the very beginning of COVID-19, sinabi na po namin na bantayan natin yung mga lugar ng mga urban poor. Kasi sila yung wala, sila yung siksik, sila yung nasa masikip, at malamang sila yung pagpuputukan ng COVID-19. At ayan, sinabi na ni Doc Tony, base sa naiipon niya sa mga contacts niya, ng mga doktor din, nagpupunuan na naman ng mga hospital, at ayan, kumakalat na naman yung sakit. So we will go for a break and we will carry on with the show. But please, if there is a major failure in government right now, it is not for lack of trying. It is for trying to do so many things. What they need to pay attention to is to educate, inform, and if necessary, brainwash every Filipino to put on a mask, to wash your hands, to socially distance, and to limit your movement. Kasi ayan na po, ayan na, kumakalat na naman. Let's go for a quick break here on Agenda. Okay, before we go to our next guest, just please allow me to comment on this thing kasi ito pong weekend lumabas yung balita tungkol sa dalawang dalagita. One was 15 years old. I can't remember the age of the other one. And apparently they had gone to a party of some sort, and nung pauwi na sila ay napara sila sa isang quarantine checkpoint. Ito po ay pagkakaintindi ko nangyari sa Ilocos. I won't mention too many of the details, but I'm sure it's already on Facebook. I think the young girl's family name is Pineda. But in any case, naharang sila doon sa quarantine checkpoint at binitbit sila ng dalawang pulis reportedly. And one girl was, I don't know if both of them were raped, but at least one was raped and one was molested in one way or another. And nung sila nakauwi na after being set free, what the girl did was they both went to the next town to file a rape case against those two policemen from the town they were accosted. And they had filed the rape case and naghingi sila ng tulong sa kapulisan doon to escort them home because they feared for their lives. But they were not given the assistance, or reportedly not given the assistance. And on their way home, nakasakay sila sa motor. May sumabay sa kanilang nakamotor, and the two girls were shot dead. They were raped. They sought justice. They were not given extended protection, and they were shot dead. Yan po ang nangyayari ngayon. That is what we call the culture of impunity. And we were trying to get representatives from the PNP maybe tomorrow kasi as of last night, no one was available. And this is a case that hindi po namin bibitawan kasi medyo hindi ho ito tama. Kung ano man yung kasalanan ng bata, hindi dapat nangyari yon. We have a culture of rape in this country, and we need to stand up against it. We need to speak up against it, and we should not tolerate it. Yung whether ilabas lang sa pelikula, ipakita sa telebisyon, diyan po nang galing lahat yan eh. Kasi nung 60s, 70s, even the 80s, 5-5 ang rape scene sa TV, sa pelikula, at sa print. Puro gano'n na lang at dapat tigilan na natin yan, and we should all speak up against this, speak out against this. And kayo pong nasa kapulisan, PNP Chief Archie Gamboa, I'm calling to you specifically, please do something about this. Not just confine them to quarters. Kasi kung pwede lang kayo na mismo ang mag-file ng kaso kasi hindi katanggap-tanggap ito na ng rape ng bata pagkatapos yung mga pulis na hindi nagbigay ng escort or assistance or protection, ano pa ang silbi ng Women and Children's Desk kung ganyan naman ang mangyayari na pag-uwi nila, pinagbabaril sila. I don't know. I won't say anymore because I'm just basically getting secondhand information. But it is unacceptable that minors are becoming victims of this. In any case, we move on with the program. Let's speak to the national president of the Alliance of Concerned Transport Organizations na pinaka maingay, vocal against PUB modernization. Let's talk to Mr. Efren de Luna. I hope he's there already. Ayun, Ka-Efren, good morning sa'yo.
Magandang umaga po naman, Cito.
Okay, ngiti naman. Kasi mainit na ulo ko, mainit pa ulo mo. Walang mangyayari sa atin. In any case, Ka-Efren, kamusta na po yung unang linggo ng pagbabalik ng mga jeepney? Yung bang grupo mo ay nakabalik na?
Ang dalawa po ay pakitang tao lamang po naman ang ginawa ng LTFRB para dun sa panawagan ng Kongreso at Senado at ng MMDA na kailangan na kami ay bigyan ng pagkakataon ng mga traditional jeepney ay makalabas na. At naglabas po sila ng memorandum circular noong lamang na Huwebes ng gabi. Pero implementation na ng paglabas namin ay araw na ng Friday. Kaya nung nagkaroon po ng tinatawag na kaguluhan, dahil may nakalagay po kasi sa memorandum circular, may 3 na tinatawag na requirement na kailangan bago ka lumabas. Yung tinatawag natin na QR code. Pangalawa po yung tinatawag natin na road
Worthiness.
Pangatlo po ay yung pag-surrender daw ng pusa ng aming mga prangkisa. Mukhang medyo malabo po kasi yung party ng mga requirement, no? Doon po sa roadworthiness, wala po tayong problema doon dahil nagawa na po namin yung tinatawag natin na tanggal bulok, tanggal usok noon na talaga namang inayos namin at nakakapasa naman kami sa MBIS. At yung tinatawag po natin na QR code ay malabo rin po yun dahil alam naman natin na lagi namang sarado o sira yung tinatawag na website ng LTFRB. At yung party po ng pagpunta mo naman sa loob ng LTFRB, wala naman tayong makakausap. Kaya lumalabas yung niyayabang po nila na 6,000 daw po ay makakatakbo na itong araw na ito, ay isa pong tinatawag natin ng mga suntok sa buwan yon. Yun po yung mga nakikita natin. Dahil
Efren, sandali. Medyo na-surprise ako dun sa sinabi mo. You were asked to surrender your legitimate franchises. Pinasusurrender yung inyong mga prangkisa kung kayo ay gusto nang lumabas?
Opo, yun po yung isa sa mga nakalagay doon sa memorandum circular na inilabas nila nung Huwebes po. At yun nga po yung aming pinagtataka kung bakit nagkakaroon ng mga ganyong klaseng uri ng tinatawag natin na mga requirement. Dahil alam po naman natin kasi ito na ngayon po ay tinatawag na pandemic. At ang pinag-uusapan po rito, yung benefit po ng mga mananakay at yung benefit naman din po ng tinatawag ng mga driver para hindi na magpalimos. At kami po naman ay susunod sa mga protocol na mga alituntunin na ginagawa na gusto ng ating pamahalaan. Dahil yung paglabas po naman namin, ang lumalabas po doon, hindi naman talaga yung direktang kita o kadagdagan eh. Dahil alam po naman natin kahit na yung tinatawag na SAP ay naka-second round na po, wala pa kaming natatanggap. At yun sa parte po naman ng pagbibigay sa local government, hindi naman po natin maasahan yung mga subsidy, yung mga binibigay po nila. Kaya ang amin po dito ay makalabas lamang kami at makabili man lamang ng 3 kilong bigas. Wala, okay na po sa amin yun. Ang mahalaga ay hindi na kami parang nagpapalimos at sa sarili na lang namin kayod. Yun po yung sinasabi natin sa ating pamahalaan. Pangalawa pangalawa po yung sinasabi nila na tinatawag natin na isurrender yung aming mga prangkisa. Yan po yung pinag-uusapan natin sa Kongreso at Senado, public hearing pa yan. Dahil ang lumalabas po kasi, dinadala kami doon sa tinatawag na isang programa, yung tinatawag na fleet management o yung tinatawag na corporation, na lumalabas para bang iwawash out daw na po namin yung lahat ng prangkisa namin. Pagkatapos pagka ni-wash out na po lahat yan, magkakaroon po tayo ng rationalization daw. Pagdating po ng rationalization, bibilangin na lamang kung ilan lamang ang pwedeng lumabas doon sa mga bawat rota. Kaya maraming rota sa amin ang mawawalan. Ngayon, ang lumalabas po yun na kasi Cito, kung sakali po na ni-wash out natin ang prangkisa, ang magiging classification po namin ay yung applicant. Kahit na po tayo nagtayo ng korporasyon o kooperatiba, maliliit lamang kaming korporasyon o kooperatiba, magkakaroon po ng tinatawag na bidding yan. Dahil yung applicant tayo Ngayon, hindi natin pigilan yung mga mayayaman at malalaking dayuhan ng mga korporasyon na pumasok na dito sa programa ng PUB modernization. Ngayon, doon po sa mga requirement, may makuha lamang kami na hindi na bumagsak kami doon sa bidding, 100% yung aming cooperative o korporasyon o association, wala akong pagkakataon na kami mananalo. Dahil nga po doon sa sistema, doon sa mga requirement. Ano po yung requirement nila? Number 1, ay yung tinatawag po natin na gusto nila ay yung total ay makapagpagawa kagad kami ng modern jeep na pinakikita nila na tumatakbo na sa ngayon. Ang halaga po ng pasito ay 2.5 million. At nakikita naman natin na pinag-aaralan namin dahil mas sanay na po kami doon sa tinatawag na klase ng mga sasakyan. yung mga takbo po kayo parang minibus, yung po hindi tatagal na maximum 7 taon, baka 7 taon kung babayaran yun, ano yung babayad namin doon? Ay baka po mga 5 taon lamang sira na yun eh. Yung po yung binabanggit natin. Dapat doon, ang gusto po kasi nila ay patayin na yung sistema, yung mga individual ng mga operator. Ang gusto nila ay isang korporasyon ay kami ay mag-i-imbest na lamang at yung korporasyon na yun, sila na lamang po na magpapatakbo ng company, pagkatapos mag-i-invest kami ng 300,000. Kung halimbawa po ay tumatakbo na yon, ay papangakuan kami, nabibigyan na lang daw yung operator ng 10,000 a month. Parang ganun po yung takbo ng operation. Ay sa amin po, ang hinahabol po namin, kung talagang ang layunin ng ating gobyerno, yung party lamang ng pag-alis ng mga traditional, wala pong problema sa amin yun eh. Tanggap po namin, kailangan po naman talaga ay magkaroon ng pagbabago ang transportasyon sa ating bansa. Dahil lumalaki po ang pasada, dumadami ang tao, etc. Kailangan humaba din yung sasakyan. Meron po tayong tinatawag natin na target, yung formula, yung standard na gusto ng DTI. Kasi yung DTI po kasi mag-a-approve kung anong klase yung modernization ang parte ng jeep na kailangan. Kailangan na may sukat po yun, yung haba, yung likod, sarado, kailangan nakatayo, kailangan po may aircon, may wifi, etc.
Yung
disenyo po. Kami po ay pumunta dun eh. At dinala po namin sa DTI at yung hinihingi nga po ng gobyerno, Euro 4 lang. Samantalang ang amin pong inilagay na sa makina namin, Euro 5. Alam nyo kasi ito, ang halaga lamang gawang Pinoy pa, 1.3 million. Ba't pinipilit kami doon sa 2.5 million na mga minibus na tumatakbo ngayon? Yun po yung hiwaga na kailangan ay maimbestigahan kung ano talaga mayroon ang UV modernization program. Kaya parang ang sistema kasi ito ay may mga tinatawag natin ng mga bakit sila nagbibigay ng mga deadline. Katulad po nung nakaraang taon, gawa po sila ng memorandum circular. Ang nakalagay po sa memorandum circular ay pagdating ng Marso, pag hindi ka nagka-cooperative, hindi ka nagkorporasyon, pag hindi mo sinurrender ng kusa ang prangkisa mo, ay hindi ka na makakapagparehistro. Isang pamamaraan ng tinatawag na diktador na yon. Nung dumating naman po pagkakataon dahil nagkaroon ng tinatawag public hearing sa Senado at Kongreso, wala silang mapaliwanag doon sa programa dahil yung sinasabi ko po kayo, yun po yung sinasabi namin doon sa Kongreso at Senado. Nagkaroon na naman po ng tinatawag natin na extension. Nung nag-extension po, ang sabi naman, June 30 naman daw. Kaya napansin po ninyo kasi ito, nagkaroon kami ng transport strike nung nakaraang September 30. 90% po nag-participate yun. At nagkaroon kagad ng public hearing yun sa Senado. At nagkaroon po ng public hearing doon. Inamin po nila Secretary Tugade at saka nila Chairman Delbra na nag-participate pa lamang sa loob ng 3 years ay 10% pa lang. Kaya nadismaya ngayon yung mga senador, kaya hindi po sila binigyan ng budget yung PUV modernization. Kaya nga po yung sinasabi natin, kung talagang ang layunin lamang ng ating gobyerno ay pag-modernize ng ating sasakyan, kami po 101% ay sumasang-ayon po doon. Bakit? Dahil hindi na po kami aasa sa gobyerno na sinasabi, i-endorse daw kami sa land bank para makautang. Hindi po, dahil hindi kami papasa doon. Ang meron po kami mga sariling financial. Ang halaga lang naman ay 1.3 billion, 800 po a day lamang ang boundary. Kaya kayang-kaya po namin bayaran yon. Ngayon, kung ang gusto po ng gobyerno ay yung korporasyon at dapat doon hindi monopolyo.
Efren, matanong ko lang, no? Kasi, okay, nagtatalo tayo modern sa government model, sa ACTO model, ano? Pero ang tanong ko, assuming na napalitan natin lahat ng moderno yan, ano? Ibig bang sabihin na lahat ng mga driver ngayon ay magkakaroon ng modern na PUV o na jeepney at may paglalagyan ba silang ruta? Kasi pag pinapakinggan ko itong si Chairman Martin Delgra ng LTFRB, bawas na. Parang kalahati na lang yata ang mga ruta. Saan ang paglalagyan ninyo?
Yun nga po yung sinasabi natin kasi po. Ang ginagawa nila, parte ng illegal na pamamaraan eh. Sa anong pamamaraan? Kasi yung binabanggit po nila na tinatawag natin na yun daw tinatawag na prangkisa namin ay isang plebeyo. Hindi ako naniniwalang plebeyo yun. Kasi hindi naman nila direktang makuha sa amin yung prangkisa namin eh. Bakit may pinapipirmahan pa sila sa amin? Nakabiyak po sa loob na mapipirma na po sa loob namin isusurrender yung prangkisa
Kasi
namin.
kung privilege yun, hindi na nila kailangang hingin sa inyo na isurrender nyo. Sasabihin na lang, revoke na yan. Total privilege lang yan. Wala kayong karapatan.
Kasi Cito, hindi po
Oo.
kasi village. Sa anong pamamaraan? Kasi yan po ay dumaan muna sa survey ng DOTR. Ngayon, ang lumabas po dyan, nangailangan ng area doon ng sasakyan. Nagkaroon po ng finding yan. Nagkaroon po ng hearing yan. Nagkaroon po ng notice of hearing yan. Nagkaroon po ng publication yan bago lumabas yung decision. Kaya yung sinasabi nila na sila ay naglagay na ng mga sasakyan doon sa mga rota ng jeep at naglagyan na ng mga bus, yung po'y illegal. Sa anong pamamaraan po? Kasi kami yung illegal na nandun, dapat nagkaroon muna ng public hearing yan at lahat ng mga operator, pinadalhan muna ng tinatawag natin na notice of hearing para umatin muna kami doon at paliwanag nila kung bakit sila maglalagay doon. Kaya nga po yung sinasabi natin ay dapat sa ngayon, huwag muna natin pag-usapan yan dahil pandemic pa. Marami ang nagpapalimos ng mga tsuper at marami ang mga manggagawa na hindi makapasok dahil walang pera yan at putol-putulin mo pa yung tinatawag na mga rota niyan, magdodouble sakay pa yan. Kasi kasi yung mga binuksan nilang 49 na rota ay mga maiisip lang po yan mga 4 na kilometro lamang hanggang 6 na kilometro. Ngayon, ang lumalabas po dyan ay kung ganun lamang kahahaba yung tinatawag na ruta, hindi pa rin makakarating ng eksakto sa kanilang mga pinapasukan. Kaya lumalabas, magdodoble sakay pa yung mga kawawa ng mga mananakay. Bukod na po doon, sa amin po sa traditional, na pag-aralan po ng mga ibang mga doktor yan, dalubhadang doktor, na ang pinakaligtas sa parte ng COVID-19 ay walang iba, kundi yung mga traditional jeepney dahil open air po yan. Ayun nga po yung sinasabi natin na wag muna tayo pumunta doon sa mga politika na gusto nila na inaamadali nilang isulong. At ayusin muna natin yung mag-usap muna doon sa parte na tinatawag natin na win-win solution. Wag muna yung mga personal interest. Kung may kinatatakutan sila, kung may mga kontrata sila doon sa mga supplier na kailangan at minamadali sila, ay wag muna tayo pumunta dyan. At number po dito kasi ito, pamiliin mo na lamang kami. Kung ang pag-uusapan lang natin ay pagpalit ng jeep, bahala kayo kung gusto niyo ay korporasyon. Pero ipagpatuloy din namin yung boundary system dahil kami naman individual ang bibili. Kaya lumalabas yung kasi Cito, hindi na kayo may kailangan na mag-surrender ng prangkisa. Pwede na yung dropping in substitution. Alisin namin yung lumang traditional namin, doon na rin namin ilalagay sa prangkisa namin yung tinatawag natin na bagong unit ng modern jeep na. Yung po yung ating tawagan.
Okay, matanong ko lang Efren, kasi sa takbo ng panahon ngayon, hiningi nila yung mga prangkisa nyo. Meron pa bang haba ng buhay yung prangkisa na yan? Ano pa ba ang ilang buwan pa ba o taon meron yung mga prangkisa ninyo on the average?
Yung mga prangkisa po namin, katulad ngayon, nakakapag-file pa kami ng extension of validity. At pagka in-accept po yung extension of validity at maayos pa naman yung unit namin, at yan naman ay inaaral sa MBIS, another 5 years ulit yan. Kaya palabas ay kung tatanggalin nila yan, pero may mga may mga taong pa kami na hindi pa dapat tanggalin at bigla na lamang nilang papalitan, ay illegal na pamamaraan po yan.
Yun na nga ang huling katanungan ko sa inyo kasi tatapatin kita Efren, ako ayokong magbulag-bulagan. Mukhang desidido yung pamahalaan o yung mga ilang opisyal na talagang bawasan na. Ngayon, napipilitan silang palabasin kayo. Sabi mo nga, kahit napakitang tao lang, napipilitan silang palabasin kayo kasi there is political pressure and kinakapos ng mga sasakyan. Pero dakong huli, mukhang ang game plan talaga ay alisin na ang mga jeepney sa kalsada, bagamat mismong si Secretary Teddy Boy Locsin nagsabing hindi siya boto, mukhang yun ang direksyon. Paano pagka gano'n na nga na okay, no renewal, no extension of franchise, no testing of jeepneys, etc. Kumbaga, konti-konti na kayong ginipit hanggang sa mapipilitan kayo. Saan ang takbo nyo?
Ay tatakbo po natin yan hanggang sa katapusan dahil kabuhayan po namin ang mawawala. At dito po Cito, hindi lamang po natin na jeep lang ang pinag-uusapan dito. Lahat po ng uri ng public utilities, nandiyan po yung taxi, nandiyan po yung UB Express, nandiyan po ang tracker, nandiyan po ang multicab. Lahat po ng mga franchise na nanggaling sa LTFRB, lahat po yan ay may mga tinatawag natin na nililimitahan na kami lahat. Kaya magkakaroon po ng pagkakataon na magkaroon kami ng mga isang alyansa na nagsama-sama kami at pinag-aaralan na po namin yung mga legal ng mga pamamaraan at yung mga tinatawag natin ng mga kilos, protesta ng mga pamamaraan na legal sa pamamagitan na ipakita namin na yan lang ang kabuhayan namin ay wag namang kainin at kunin pa. Dahil yan ay tinatawag natin na simula nakailang dekada na tayo na nakapaloob po yan, na yan na nabubuhay at yan na rin nakapagpaaral ng mga anak, yung mga driver na yan. Kaya yung maliit na kinikita na hindi naman kayang ibigay ng ating pamahalaan, yung mga libo-libo na wala ng hanap buhay, na may sasama pa kami sa walang hanap buhay, milyon-milyon na pa walang hanap buhay. Nasa pandemic po tayo, wag muna po tayo pumunta doon sa mga personal interest ng mga ibang mga nakaupo sa ating pamahalaan.
Hayaan nyo ka, Efren. Bagamat pamisa-misan tayong dalawa ay may pinagkakaibang direksyon o misa-misan natutulig sa din kita, suportado ko naman po ang kabuhayan ninyong mga jeepney. At kung meron kayong mababalitaan na medyo hindi matuwid na pamamaraan o intensyon sa mga patakaran na yan, pakisabihan lang tayo ng atin namang mailathala o mailantad dito sa programa. Maraming salamat ka, Efren, at sana po ay bigyan kayo ng Panginoon ng dunong, talino at paraan para masagot, masolusyonan itong hamon sa inyong lahat sa mga jeepney drivers. Maraming salamat po, ka Efren.
Maraming salamat po, Cito, at pagpalain kayo ng buong may kapal.
Okay, kayo rin po. Okay, yan po mga kaibigan, ladies and gentlemen, that's Efren De Luna, President, Alliance of Concerned Transport Organizations. And we are presenting both sides of this discussion. Siyempre, some of us want to have clean, non-polluting, safe vehicles on the road. But at the same time, we also want a fair, just, and equitable distribution, whether it is franchise, whether it is opportunity to earn a living, and that sort of thing. So with that, we hope that those in government and even the legislature would do something about this situation. Kasi kung kailangan alisin, di alisin, pero bigyan nyo ng kapalit. Hindi po pwede yung porque gusto ninyo masusunod kayo, ang utos ng hari hindi mababali. Maring may hari, pero marami rin pong mamamayan na maapektuhan. In any case, allow me to close the program with the blessing. Medyo madadalas na po ito. I would like to just share with you one of my favorite verses. It's a blessing that I really like. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make His face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn His face toward you and give you peace. Ako po si Cito Beltran, and that's agenda for today. Please join us tomorrow for new topics, new information, and take care of yourselves. And please share agenda with your friends. God bless you.